rent your car. So for chapter 11, the return of your first rental car. This is an important chapter because you want to inspect the vehicle and you want to make sure you get all the details and find any problems in that time, because you are on a time requirement. You only have so long to report information, so you got to do it right away. You want thorough inspections. So check the vehicle thoroughly upon any return for damages. Tire tread, you can't charge for that, but also it's important to know like if they were written in your car, because if your tires are bald, or like if you rent out a Corvette and your tires are bald, you can't really do anything about it, because that's the name of the game renting out a Turo. People are going to go fast in your car and there's nothing you can do about it. But it's good to know, because then it tells you there might be some other problems in the car. So have thorough inspections. Gearing, check the engine, leave the car running for a little bit, see if any lights are on, check if there's rips, stains in the seats, check if there's scratches, check if there's smoking. That's easily done when you open the door, and if it smells like smoke, you can have a smoking fee of $150. But to submit it to Turo, you got to find evidence. Usually there's ash. Good luck if you can't find any of that. It's going to be hard to charge a smoking fee. If you can't find any of that, text the guest this message right here. You're going to text the guest, hey, I know you smoked in the vehicle. That's okay, but I have to clean the smoke smell out for the next person. Can you let me know if you vaped, smoked cigarettes, or smoked weed, so I know the appropriate chemical to use? There isn't no appropriate chemical. You're using an ozone machine for every one of those, but you want to get them emitting to smoking. And then once you have that evidence in the Turo app, then you can submit it and be like, hey, this guest admitted they smoked. There's a smoking fee for that. That's valuable information that I learned from a mentor. So make sure you do that if they do smoke in the car. Rips in the seats. If the rip wasn't there in the pre-inspection photos that you submitted, then there in the next photo for the after inspection, the return, then you can charge for that accordingly. And same with everything else. That's why it's important to take detailed photos, because if you don't catch that rip in the pre-inspection photos when you rented out the car and that doesn't cover the seat, then Turo might not do anything about it, because you could be lying. Do you know what I mean? So just how business goes. You got to make sure you take a bunch of photos. You got to document the condition of the car. So take photos and notes to document vehicle into condition. Address concerns. Communicate any findings with guests promptly. Yeah, like I said, if you find anything in your car, make sure you communicate it ASAP. And if you got to be kind of the proper word, but sometimes you might have to play it cool with the guests. Be like, hey, you see, if you need to find out information, you can play games. Like I said with the smoking one, pretend you don't care about the smoking, but get them admit to they were smoking. If you come out with a high tone, like, hey, why you ripped my seat? This is ridiculous. The guest is going to become mad at you, and they'll do everything in their ability not to pay that fee for the ripped seat. So just be nice about everything, kind, courteous, and try to get them to admit without being a jerk. Handling a return smoothly. You want to make sure you have clear instructions. For the return of your car, provide guests with return procedures before the trip ends. So you maybe send them a message, hey, your return's coming up, or have an automated message, hey, your return's coming up. When you drop it off at my house, just leave the keys inside. Make sure all your stuff's removed from the vehicle. Stuff like that. There's a bunch of different prompts. You can get ChatGPT to make those. And whatever type of car you have, you can gear it towards that type of car too. Just ask ChatGPT if you're confused on that. That's literally the answer to most of these problems. You want flexible timing for your returns, be on times with possible. So that's why it's nice to have returns where you don't need to be there. They could just leave it in the driveway, because if they're returning a car at 3 a.m., you don't want to be up and dealing with that. So if you have a procedure for them just to return the car, and then you can go take pictures of it in the morning, that's the best way to go about that. And just document any issues, damage reports. Use Turo's app to report any damages or issues immediately. Faster the better. Keep records, keep comprehensive records, all your findings and communications. I take screenshots of the messages and keep my own documents in case Turo's ever weird about anything. And then file claims if necessary. File claim with Turo and follow up as needed. Turo wants you on their platform. Like I said earlier, they don't care about you that much, but they want you on their platform. So they're going to try to resolve any situation that occurs.